Hey everybody, Chris and Court from Heat Treated Garage, back in the shop. Thank you everybody that watched the first video we put out. Gonna just start off right off the bat. We're new at this. We're trying to figure out how stuff works. And
awkward.
Yeah, but really it's just gonna be two guys in the shop building some cool projects. Hopefully the other fellows from the podcast will join us from time to time. Today, we're going to come back to you with, I guess, part two of the Almoco build. We got some stuff done. The first one was, getting the boxes unboxed. And what did we work on, Court? What did we get going?
All right, so this week, the main thing we worked on, we used a plasma table, cut out some stanchions so we could put the axles on the frame table, and kind of got that set up. So those are all squared and level because the table's going to be where we build the whole Jeep chassis. So we had to make sure we had
and right now they're setting at the wheelbase you want.
116-inch wheelbase is where we're setting at right now. We'll have a little adjustability with the links on that because my main thing with it, I want to make sure my approach and departure angles are pretty close to flush. And I think with the calculations, we'll be pretty close to that where we're at here. So we did that. We worked on getting the front truss put on. So the front truss is all welded on.
Court did about half the welding on this. He did all the inside welds, tacking it together, and then I think we've got video of it.
There's
show
video, and that's
preheating the casting, and then just more experience. I did the main welds to the casting and that, and then he took over and all these down welds. I mean. Every time he pulls the trigger, he's getting better.
I'm not a good welder, but I'm getting there. And one of the things I wanted with this build, I wanted to be more involved with it, do a little more of the welding. And some of it's not going to look as pretty as what Chris would do, but I know that I did it. And if people don't like it, man. I'm like, hey, show me your welds and the first time you started in your first project and go from there. So I'm happy with where it's at so far. We got the rear truss kind of just sitting on the axle right now. It needs to be welded on. Kind of ran out of time Sunday. We had a long Sunday. It was long. Spent about 12 hours out here working on projects.
And we didn't record anything past some B-roll footage of what we did. It was very hazy in here.
Very hazy. So and part of that was on me, and that's kind of why we're doing this video tonight is I didn't think about, hey, I need to talk to the camera while I'm doing things and explain what I'm doing. So this video is gonna be a little different. You're gonna get this. You're gonna get some of that footage, playing behind the scenes because honestly, I messed up. Wasn't prepared. So video's gonna get better as we go.
And the audio is terrible because I was over here on the hoist working on Brad's truck,
which is lots of grinding.
In the upcoming episodes, we'll be working on that and talking about that. So yeah, it was kind of cutting and grinding on an old truck cab, and Court cutting and grinding on axles was not conducive for videoing. So we didn't get a lot of that. But
yeah, I also got all the brackets are stripped off the frame.
About time to throw the frame up here and cut it apart.
We're real close to getting the frame on the table as well. Get it cut up, and then. I mean, honestly, after we get that part, we can start working on suspension pieces.
Start putting suspension in.
It's going to start looking like a frame. It's going to start looking like a rolling chassis here before too much longer.
Not much longer. It'll start actually looking like not a pile of metal.
Right, which is exciting. And it's going pretty fast, honestly.
I think our plan is we'll get the rear truss welded up. Court's doing that one all on his own. I think he's got more enough capability in welding to.
I'm feeling more comfortable with it for sure.
To weld that one, we'll get. It's easier with two guys doing the preheat.
Yeah.
So it'll be a team effort, but he's going to be the guy under the hood on that one. And then we'll get the frame up here. Where we're using like 6 feet of the center of the frame. I think that's all we're using.
Roughly
the frame
6 feet.
rails.
I mean, I've got it marked out roughly where I believe it needs to be cut off. The rear section, yeah, the rear section comes with instructions that kind of tells you where to cut to get it where it's at. Since we're not using anything of a kit for the front, we're just going to make that ourselves. I've been doing some research, kind of going to copy what Moto-Built's done with their front stub kit, just to get the right height and width, things like that, because theirs is designed to work with the LS and work on the YJ.
All the lengths are going to be behind any of that front section. So I lay out the links. We'll have the back. We'll get the motor set where it clears the links. That's what's great about building this way from a chassis. All the previous builds have been existing frame, existing body, make things work where they land. This one, we can put it wherever we want.
It's a little more freedom on this one to do.
So that motor might be a little bit further back than it would normally be. We have the freedom to do that. The tub needs floor panels anyway, so we can build that the way we want.
The tub's going to be basically the sides of the tub, part of the sides. So we're going to boat side it, so we're going to lose. There's not a whole lot of Jeep going to be left when we're done. It's going to be
sheet metal.
Yeah, and most of the sheet metal we're cutting off. It's going to all be rebuilt.
Yeah,
the floor
armored and rebuilt, but the basis for it's there. But we can set that drivetrain where we want, where it clears the links. The links will be where we want them for good geometry. You've been playing with that calculator?
A little bit, not a whole lot. Just honestly, I'm more of a
visual.
Set it here while we're working on it and calculate things versus, I mean, I've played with it enough to know kind of rough ideas of where we need to put stuff, but when it gets right down to actually doing it, I think I'll have the calculator on the computer.
I just got lucky with mine because I just threw it where I thought they should be.
And learned from yours. You know, we learned from yours where we wanted to put things, and I've played with the calculator more honestly on tetanus than I did with this. Because we're real world, and I learned better in real world.
Tangible thing there to measure up. But that gives you ideas for what you're going into with this.
It does. It gives us a real good idea, and then we'll do that. We've got to figure out all the geometry for the coilovers. That's going to be probably the next big purchase, is getting the coilovers ordered in here so we can use those to set everything for ride height and things like that. So that's coming along. That'll be, we got a lot of work to do. We got the body to cut and get on there and verify frame length, things like that. But
July's coming.
July is coming. Someone did mention that they liked your enthusiasm on the schedule or timeline.
Let her rip, Tater Chip. Let's get her done.
We're gonna do our best. That's all I can say. We'll do our best.
It don't have to be painted to go test it.
It does have to have suspension on it.
It does have to have suspension.
And there's a few must-haves.
We got a contingency plan if beadlocks and blimless swampers aren't here yet.
Right.
We've got a contingency plan to put it on some big tires to go test run it.
Yeah. So I think we can get it done in July.
I think so too.
So, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this week.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna get a lot of video footage of me grinding and welding, I guess, basically what you're gonna get with this week. So
I guess
try to do weekly videos. A lot of it's gonna depend honestly on how much work we get done on things.
What we got going.
It's a busy time of year.
And we're gonna jump around.
Coming in. Yeah.
Like the next week's video might be with Brad's truck or something else we're working on. This isn't gonna be a build series right in a row. They're gonna jump around.
Because we jump around. I mean, the ADHD projects. I mean, there's so many different projects that we're working on all the time that we can't stay on one for very long. We get bored with it.
We get bored with it. And we've always got other things going on and doing different stuff. And sometimes new projects fall in our lap.
Don't even plan on it. It just shows up.
That might happen here in a couple days.
It's possible. And we got house stuff to work on.
We do.
So that's going to have to take a little bit of priority this winter, getting that stuff wrapped up. Probably won't videotape a lot of that. We might do a final walk through the house since we
do have to do a final walk through the house because I hadn't been back and looked at stuff on the channel, and we have an early walkthrough of unfinished,
very unfinished house. I think we had just pulled the bracing off.
I think so
because it was still wet inside. It was raining inside while we recorded that.
Yes. So you have been living in there almost 2 years now.
It was 3 years in October.
It was 3 years in October. So.
And it's not done.
No.
We're getting there. We're real close.
That's coming up. We'll get it finished up.
That's
so
cool.
Thank you for watching, and we'll keep putting out content. If there's something you see in the background of one of the videos you want to know more about, or
constructive criticism and how we're doing things,
or ideas on as we build things, by all means,
send them our way.
Comment down below. Hit up the Facebook page. I think that's the easiest way to find us.
Yeah, Heat Your Garage on Facebook. That's probably the easiest way.
Yeah.
Also, podcasts. If you don't want to watch videos or you want to hear more in depth or things that are not really what we're recording, that's the podcast. Every Tuesday we try to put that podcast out. You can find that on Apple Music, Spotify, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Heat Your Garage for that as well.
And
we still don't have an outro.
We need to figure something out for outro.
Bye.
Later.
Right.
All right. So
I don't know, two hands.
I'm always that way too. I'm like, that's why I always tuck one in the pocket.
Yeah.
Pulling it in. Oh, here, hold on. I've got it on the 4-touch. So the switch starts and arc, it'll keep it on.